everybody, and welcome to the channel that brings you nothing but 24/7 coverage of the NFL and everything American. No, we don't. Fuck you and release the copyright claim, you assholes. It's PubChat.
And now over to the football desk.
Yeah, bastards.
Oh, you're never gonna let it lie.
Yeah, exactly. I had a completely different intro in my mind, and then 20 seconds before it switched to us live, I saw the Ukraine mission in the chat there. I'm here for the NFL, and I was like, all right, there we go then. So that intro was written in like 7 seconds.
Yes. Almost like it's live.
Yeah, exactly. How about that? A pre-recorded show with a live intro. That's weird. So, yeah, what happened today in football? Nothing. Nobody cares.
Today, Sunday. Don't know. Do they have a day off? I don't know how the NFL works.
I think they play on the Sabbath.
Oh, they're not Jewish then.
Yeah. It's the 42nd Amendment to the Trump Bible. Thou shalt play a football on the Sabbath.
On the 11th commandment in the 51st state.
Yeah. Mel Brooks hadn't have dropped that damn tablet, I tell you.
It's the 26th amendment of the Constitution.
Yeah. Oh
dear. That must have been a greater constitution if you think about it, with so many bloody amendments. I mean, honest to God. I mean, it was like, oh, yeah, we're going to write this document. It's going to be like set in stone. Or no, I guess can we just change this bit? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll make a change. How can we change this bit as well? All right. But, how many amendments are there to this? This amazing this document.
Take that thinking further. People say, well, it's my constitutional blah, blah, and you can't take it. Well, just amend it. I mean, it seems to be that there used to be a time in American history where amending the Constitution was just, I got a great idea. Wow, let's all vote. Here we go. Done. And now it's like it's some gold tablet that cannot be changed.
Yeah.
Right? Why not amend the amendment that says you can bear arms or whatever, and just say, you're allowed to bear arms, but on your property for self-defense and hunting purposes. And as soon as you take it outside into public, you're fucked.
Well, it's the 104th Amendment that says you can't amend the amendments.
Yeah, this is the last amendment. There shall be no more.
see star asterisk maybe more amendments later.
yeah.
Oh yeah, PJ had to point out to me yes, that Sabbath is on the Saturday, not for the Jewish, not Sunday. So yeah, that's me culturally slapped in the face.
So does that mean Saturday night's all right for fighting is like a religious song to Jewish people?
Yeah.
I'll have to ask somebody that.
So no Jewish person's ever worked on Saturday Night Live?
Well, they're just not part of the live cast.
Oh dear. That's true. They'll probably record it. It's not live anyway, isn't it? It's recorded on Thursday. Put it out Saturday.
Yeah. Saturday night broadcast live.
Yeah.
From a recorded tape.
Yeah.
So, we're coming up on New Year's. It's that little lull between holidays, I guess, where everybody's emptying their fridge of sour leftovers and things like that. And
it's such a weird part of the holiday.
Yeah.
It's just, everything just kind of like grinds to a halt.
Yeah.
For no particular reason whatsoever.
Yeah. The only thing anybody does is liquor runs. That's it.
Or fag runs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Beer, tobacco, coffee, and some snacky things.
Yeah.
Because we can't bother to cook.
Yeah, and copious amounts of marijuana products, but that's
and all the fentanyl you could eat.
No. No.
What's that frosting on the tree this year, Grandma? Oh, it's me fentanyl.
Cocaine. Can't you see it on my nostrils?
Like when people like spray like that snow kind of stuff on the windows of their houses, and it's just like, we just like dampen some cocaine, just like slapped on the windows, we just lick it off every now and then.
That's what people in Colombia do, right? Yeah.
Why is Grandma sniffing the window again?
This fake snow is such a pain. Look at everybody bouncing around here.
Oh dear.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I went over to the beer store today to get a couple, and the girl was telling me that there was some kind of kerfuffle the other day over at the store, and there was some big fight, and some guy fell over and hit his head and is in the hospital now and stuff. And
Oh wow.
Yeah. They got everybody on camera, and the cops are, already on it and grabbed them and stuff. And there's not a word of this in the local news yet. It's interesting.
You should have asked for the footage. We could have run it as an exclusive story on the Shills.
Yeah. That'd be something nobody cares about. Well, except for maybe,
dox your area.
At this point, who really cares anyway?
All the people that hate you.
Yeah, but the people that get that whole thing going on are usually the kind of people that can't afford their own habits, let alone, transportation to come and try to find me because I said something.
Well, I must admit, we should not have said that you're a CEO of a health insurance agency. So that's probably not the best idea.
Yeah. Well, I wear bulletproof sunscreen, so it's all right.
Catch bullets in your teeth.
Oh, yeah. I taught Barry Allen everything he knows, right?
You do that again. I don't know who Barry Allen is.
The Flash. The Flash.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Really? My son would be so disappointed in you right now.
Well, I mean, he's called Barry Allen. I mean, it could be like Cuthbert Digby. I don't know. Yeah. I know the
Almost
Flash.
The same, yeah. His full name was Bartholomew or something, and
Would you say his name was Barry Shitpeas? What was it? Barry.
Yeah.
Barry Gilongluth.
It's funny with some of the older superhero stories, though. There's all these people with slightly funny to us names now because these stories are just that old now, right?
From the 30s.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, like Flash Gordon. Well, we got a character called Flash Gordon in our village, but that's for a different reason.
Yeah. He's usually spending the night in the drunk tank, but yeah. It was funny in the TV show of the Flash. At first, they're calling them the streak, and streak in your pants and whatnot. He's not a fan of the name, and then he catches on to the Flash, and he's like, "Yeah, that's awesome, Flasher." And it's funny. Even in the 1967 cartoon of the Flash, Kid Flash even says, "Go get him, Flasher." He does. Yeah.
Put your raincoat on. Get out there.
Yeah. And why do all these superheroes from back in the day have these younger men around all the time? Like,
in tights.
Yeah.
I think in modern days, old Bruce Wayne would be on some kind of like a watch list now.
Yeah, exactly.
When you hanging around with Michael Jackson a few weeks back, multi-billionaire. We're just gonna look through your. Who's this young guy you just like taken out of the circus and he's now living with you? What is your relationship with
Batman? Why have you named your sidekick Macaulay Culkin? That's weird.
I mean, even just the fact that he was called Robin. I mean, I mean, honestly, God, what kind? What you know? I'm Batman. You know, I'm Batman, and I'm Robin.
Yeah,
What was that about?
Yeah, I'm a cute little bird.
Could have called him the mouse.
Yeah,
the vole.
Yeah. You know, why not like the raven or so? Like, you know,
the eagle, or you know,
yeah, right. You know, Robin. You know,
perhaps because he's always robbing off Batman.
I've heard stories. I don't know if it's true, but they call him the boy wonder in the old TV show because he could barely get Robin's junk tucked into his thing, so he didn't stand there looking like he was ready for a porn movie, right?
Oh yeah. I've seen some stuff about that. Yeah, it was just like, it was quite provocative, the old Batman stuff.
Yeah, he was a little too well built for tights. You know, it's what they say. It's funny.
Yeah, for such a short little dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I bet he was a right horny little dude.
That show was so strange to me when I first saw it as a kid because I wasn't old enough to get that it was some parody comic take on things the way the adults or the older kids saw it. But it was too strangely not Batman. I couldn't understand, right? I didn't get it. You know, and then when I was older and I realized that it was a total spoof on things, right? It made more sense, but I'm not sure that I was ever a huge fan of that show.
I wouldn't say I was a huge fan of it, but I do admire it for its just absolute ludicrously stupidity. And it is a very, very colourful show. Very, very, very pretty on the eyes.
Yeah. It's all psychedelic and, you know.
Yeah, it's quite funny. Just the. I mean, some of the fight sequences with all the villains and all the henchmen, they're all battling. It's just so rubbish.
Oh yeah, nobody that's ever been in a fight ever choreographed and put those things together. It was hilarious. You know.
But it's just some of the stuff in Batman that series. Just made me laugh so much. Like, you know, the Batman movie is always funny when he's like, you know, some days he could just never get rid of a bomb. And he's running around with a bomb trying to get rid of it. And there's also got the shark spray. You know, the helicopter. The helicopter drops Batman into the water on a rope ladder. The helicopter lifts up again, and Batman has now got this great big 6 foot long rubber shark attached to his ankles. And he screams up to Robin, "Quick, Robin, get the anti-shark spray."
Yeah, the bat spray for sure. Yeah, it's all, you know.
Stupid.
Yeah. You ever think about how many of those minions from that series of movies he would have needed in the cave to come up with all this bat crap all the time?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how many times can you have the company make things shaped in a bat for you before somebody goes, I wonder what's going on there?
Well, maybe in the future we can take, we can get AI to redo the movie, but with the Adam West, but with Morgan Freeman as the interior engineer who just invents stuff, and he's comes up with anti-shark spray, and
we should make Eminem be Robin then. I think he'd be a funny Robin.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, him and Batman could do a little Dr. Dre style headbanging in the car, like in that video.
The other thing about that show was the classic thing. Everybody used to love to parody it. Was them climbing up walls?
Yeah.
And you just switch the camera on night.
Anytime they let a little bit of slack in the rope, the gravity went to the wall. What?
They did it so many times. You never saw that in any of the modern Batman stuff. You never did that with Christopher Nolan versions of Batman.
Yeah. Cut. Mr. Keaton, can you hold the rope tighter? We can tell, okay? Oh, God. It's so funny, though. so funny. You know,
Yeah, I mean
didn't they have?
that's the thing. That is the thing about that series, that particular series of Batman. It's the only one that played it as cheesy as that.
Yeah,
Everybody else has got it like super dark and super serious. And it's like, come on, it's a bit boring, really. Same as they do with the Superman as well, because the
yeah.
original Superman movie was Christopher Reeve.
Oh,
That was a bit cheesy, but
yeah, but good. You know,
oh no, it's brilliant.
yeah. The I will say though, with the Batman TV show, it did leave TV studios and movie people in sort of a weird. So should we make superheroes funny or go back to serious? Like I think for a little while there, people didn't know what to do.
No.
You know,
Well, there was the Spider-Man series, and I mean, let's face it, there was a lot of comic action stuff on the telly. You know, you had the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man,
they
and
played that more
what else?
serious, right? That was in the
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like what, late 70s, 77.
Which one? The Hulk.
Bruce, yeah, Hulk, Bruce Bixby, the Incredible.
Yeah. Well, that was played a little bit more like, oh, you know, we're just going to steal Highway to Heaven, and put a put a
Oh, I
Marvel
think
creature in
Highway
it.
to Heaven is after.
Well, okay, but stealing that concept of the hope. Okay, the littlest hobo. Then where
Yeah,
did that
there.
come
No,
from?
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
tomorrow. Can you imagine a Hulk running down the road? Maybe tomorrow he'll. We got to do that, man. We got to do that.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have our own version of the Hulk story coming up.
But that was a common trait of TV, wasn't it? Just like, you know, how do we introduce someone to a new story each week? I know, they're just traveling.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, kung fu. You know, he
Yeah.
just like turn up in some place and then, you know, kick people's butt for a bit.
Yeah, that's funny, you know. But it's true. But many did it. It went on too. Like there was that show, The Hitchhiker, and a bunch, right? You know,
Mm.
yeah, it's kind of a common thing, or somebody has to go on the run because of something, and they get in an adventure each week. You know?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a fugitive, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
always meeting new people. The other one was the Invaders.
Yeah.
That was another classic one. But always got like a running theme going through it, but always introducing new people in each episode.
Right, A-Team, you know, on the run. But what do they do? Do they hide and survive? No, they just help single moms that need a little bit of assistance in life.
in a big black truck.
Yeah. That doesn't, you know, it's fine that it stands out because you're not expecting that. You know? You know, like the Mr. T character, BA, whatever his name was, you know. Hey, dude, you want to take off some of the jewelry? It's pretty identifying. Shut up, fool.
Yeah, it's bulletproof. But you know, they were sort of like an extra, you know, special services, weren't they? So
Yeah.
but they must have been crap. They must have got picked out because they couldn't fucking hit anything. The only thing they could manage to shoot was the bit on the back of a Jeep that makes it fly at 30 feet into the air.
Yeah. I know.
For some reason, all Jeeps that built in.
It's funny in some of those shows where you have 5 people on one side, 5 on the other, and they just literally stand there for 30 seconds shooting at each other, just go crazy, you know, going through a clip.
Ankle deep in bullet shells in the cartridges.
Yeah, and nobody gets hit. There's not a mark on the floor, nothing. Well, I guess that's like, you know, Tarantino, when he did Pulp Fiction. If you watch, before that guy goes crazy and shoots at the, what's his name, and Travolta, when he does the whole "my brother" speech and blah blah, the bullet holes in the wall behind them when they don't get hit were there when they walked in the room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't even try to hide it. He just leave them. It's fine. You know, or maybe they had the effect and they did it and the take sucked and he was like, "Oh, we're screwed now," you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the holes are there.
He should have got me. I could have fixed that for him.
Yeah. So lots of stuff like that. Let's see here. I'll check all the services and whatnot and make sure we're not getting in trouble or anything. Oh, they still haven't released the copyright claim. Way to go, NFL, you dipshits.
Yeah. I hope they choke on our AdSense.
Yeah. I hope they give it to you in copper pennies and you suck on each one of them till you choke.
Yeah, lead pennies.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm.
Yeah. Laced with strychnine just to make sure. Vile, reprehensible prick.
Yeah.
It's actually
we'll go and rub deep heat into all the jock straps in their dressing rooms and fuck them all up.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's like a Porky style joke,
Yes, it is.
The funny thing here really is this is one of those automatic claims that was done by YouTube's content match service for the NFL. And as such, it's actually YouTube's fault. But I got an email that says the NFL claimed your content. So fuck you, NFL. If you got a problem, talk to YouTube. Right? Your name's on the receipt. Sorry, don't give a shit. Wow, I got beer burps today. Oh, we should mention that former President Jimmy Carter passed away today.
I had nothing to do with it. I was somewhere else at the time. It wasn't me.
Yeah. Unlike Trump, he wasn't shot at. He just passed away. He was 100 years old, so well
done.
Yeah, he was married for 77 years.
He obviously didn't have a peanut allergy.
Yeah, I guess not, right?
Well, it depends on where you put it, I suppose.
Yeah. That's true. I think he was allergic to them rectally, but most of us are. Beware the rectal peanut. We got a super chat in from Petra Olsen. Woohoo! Thank you, Petra. 129 Swedish kroners with love to Ukraine. And with love, thou shall be sent. Thanks, Petra. Very cool. Thank you very much. What else is going on in the world that we should tease people about for doing?
Flat Earth.
What happened now?
Fucking flat Earth. I was watching a bit of Jem's Sunday roast.
Yeah.
And just the flat Earth is just going fucking nuts over this final experiment thing. Just observing the 24 hours, and now they are in crisis mode. It's kind of like amusing to watch. And there's like one guy said, he said, "Oh, I'm an expert editor, and I'm looking at the footage, and I can tell they're on a stage in a 360-degree LED screen stage."
He thinks they're in the Mandalorian set.
Yeah, basically a 360-degree one, because they exist. Fucking hell, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow.
Just can't accept this Antarctica.
Why do they have to create a spherical enclosure to be in when you can just accept the fact that you're on it?
What was the other thing? Let me just. I've got to find this. Where is it? Let's have a look. Date modified. Put it up to the top. Was that it? Screenshot. Is that it?
Yeah.
This is a post on Facebook, and this is kind of funny, but for the wrong reasons. Right? Somebody posted somebody called Flatman. Said, if outer space is black at night, why is the sky blue during the day? Right? Utterly stupid question. And the person who's posted that little, Twitter or Facebook kind of like snapshot. He says, "Oh, bringing stupid to a new level. Doesn't understand light needs something to reflect off, and doesn't understand the Rayleigh scattering effect. Oh, you stupid flat earther, you stupid. Oh, you're so fucking stupid." And completely missing the point. Completely missing the point that the flat earther here is just trolling you.
Yeah.
It's just, and these people. I'm sorry, globies out there, but some of these globies think they're so. These people are just like trolling people who think they're smart, and they're so smart they'll not actually see that they're being trolled.
Yeah.
And flat earther people are just like asking stupid questions, and they're going, "Oh, they're so stupid because of this and science and stuff." And I know more than you do, you stupid flat earther. Ha 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 ha! Who's laughing now? Actually, no, the flat earth is still laughing at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Moron.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like a fish being reeled in?
I'm still getting responses to my comment I made ages ago on one of these posts from the Final Experiment, and I said in the post, was it shadows are going all in different directions, as fake as the moon landings. And I'm still getting posts from people, even though if you look at the thread, I'm saying it's a joke.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, nowhere did I say the moon landings were fake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you can say something like that. Yeah, as fake as the moon landings, because they weren't fake.
That's right. That's
the point. Yeah. But I'm still getting people like posting images of like shadows going in different directions. Oh, here you go. Look at this, you moron, you fucking idiot. Because this is how it works. Oh my God, people!
I know.
You're just too easy.
Well, they're so into the fight that they don't realize that it was not a place for it. It was just
they're in there. Put them up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's hilarious. Oh dear.
So one of the car companies, I think it was Volkswagen. I would have to double check this, but I'm pretty sure. They were in a group about a year ago who were fighting a bill that was going to pass in Minnesota, so that the car companies had to open up some of the software more so that independent repair mechanics can take care of these cars, right? And the companies were fighting it to the point where they spent $25 million over a period of like 4 months collectively. It was Ford, GM, Toyota, and a few others. Volkswagen was in there. And they put out these commercials where they show a woman in a somewhat darkened car park, stacked parking garage thing, and she's walking towards her car, and they've got the camera following her as if it's like a stalker ready to pounce. And they're saying how if you allow this bill to pass, that these independent repair people would be able to access your data, and that could like help stalkers, and this could be bad for people.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's how bad it got, right? So what just happened is Volkswagen, I think it was, I'll double check after here, but Volkswagen got caught with their database of customer information being completely and utterly exposed to the open internet for a lengthy chunk of time because of an administration error. And as such, it's all over the dark web, if you want to call it that still. And there's this huge trove of customer information that's easy to get your hands on. And these are the companies arguing that the independent would do it to you.
Yeah.
No, they just did. They just fucking did. Unbelievable, man. They don't give a shit. Once they take the data from us and then farm it out and sell it, right, to double dip and make our profit more than once on the car that you bought and own, they just don't care anymore. Like, they didn't give a shit. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but it's worse than that though, because this is where, you know, not only they just like talking complete bollocks about, you know, security of data. It's the fact that they're trying to lock everybody into only being able to get their car fixed by them.
Yeah.
And because you know everyone talks about like rogue mechanics and stuff like that. You know, they'll lift your bonnet up and say, "Oh, yeah, you need an entirely new engine or whatever," and charge you a fucking fortune. This is worse.
Oh yeah,
this is kind of worse because it's be like Boeing. You know, it's going to cost you $10,000 to replace the hand sanitizer bottle inside your car, and they're just gonna. They're just going to put hike the prices up. Hours are expensive. Yeah, whatever.
That's the thing. If they have full control over it without the independence, keeping a used car running out of warranty is going to be so expensive that for the most part, cars are now a disposable item that'll last you about the length of the warranty, and then people just get rid of them. We cannot have that as acceptable. That's just ridiculous.
Well, until they start making cars out of cardboard.
Well, we're on one step away. I mean, we've got cars with plastic cooling systems these days that there's no way it's going to last more than about 6 years without falling apart. It's stupid, you know? But this planned obsolescence they'll win in two ways. Number one, they can jack the price up for repairs and maintenance and parts and everything, even more than it is now. And it's crazy. But they'll also have the market cornered. Right. And anytime somebody has the market cornered for something, it's never good for the consumer, ever. Never. You know, very few times has somebody had a dominant market position and actually acted in the consumer's best interest. Right, Bill? Mr. Gates? Bill? Oh, he's asleep. He's getting on in years. So, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of I can think of an example.
I can tell you one right now. Commodore computers. Commodore 64 was dirt cheap, and Jack Tramiel at Commodore was pumping them out so cheaply he did it to win a price war, but in the end, he just kept putting them out super cheap, and it was the most single highest selling computer unit of all time, right? You know, and he could have made more money off it. He actually should have, because it hurt Commodore in the long run. They never had enough money to truly keep going properly, right? It screwed them. But it's one of those times where somebody put the price super low and gave us a good product. I don't know if there's another one. Maybe Silly Putty.
Yeah. Don't know.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, in this day and age, how many times has one of you out there in the chat or yourself done? How many times have you been on the phone with customer service and you've been annoyed because you've been treated like complete garbage? And it's not like you're yelling at anybody, but you are frustrated and it's in your voice. How many times has one of these freaking people on the phone disconnected you because you're like, I'm not going to take that kind of language and stuff, sir. And meanwhile, all you did was like, come on, please, can't we just get this fixed already? This is an hour on the phone and I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah.
That's bullshit, man. You know, sorry that you don't like being talked to by somebody that's a little bit of an attitude on their shoulder, but you work for a company that's complete scumbags. Sorry, expect it. That's the job. You know?
Well, I mean, I've told you all guys the story about when we were in B&Q and Kelly was getting a bit vocal because she was making a complaint, and the people behind the till, they're all starting to fucking gang up on her.
Yeah.
And some woman, she goes, I'm switching on my body cam now. I'm being abused.
Yeah.
While talking down to someone in a wheelchair.
I know. I can you? I
You
know.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Unbelievable, man. It's really bad, you know? And I understand that there's people that call customer service and start going, you fucking assholes and blah, blah. Absolutely cut those people off. I would as well. But somebody who's just frustrated because they've spent a few hours trying to fix a simple problem and they keep getting stonewalled and stuff. Come on, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I totally understand why someone would be like shouting and screaming down the phone at
Yeah.
that point. Because
so much of what
customer service is weird.
Yeah. It's not like
Apart
it
from
used to be.
Well, apart from anything else, customer services, I mean, you're obviously, they don't let you get to a human till you've jumped through fucking digital hoops.
Oh yeah.
To get there. Yeah. And especially, I mean, I've told you this, I've told this one as well before, but when I've been on to Apple over something or other, I can't remember what it was now. The details are not important, but I'm on there to customer services and I'm trying to get through, and you have this digital voice coming through. Describe the problem, blah blah blah, and then we can connect you to the right person, blah blah blah. And so I'm talking and I'm getting this digital voice back saying, "Well, can you please explain again?" Because I don't. In the meantime, I can hear the other person on the other end of the phone. There is a human there because they're fucking typing on the keyboard. They're typing on the keyboard and then just giving me this robot response. And I got frustrated because I can hear you fucking typing.
Yeah. You're thinking
there's a human there. I want to talk to a human. Give me a fucking human.
Gurvinder, I can hear your fingers. Now pick up your mic.
And because that is the worst thing. I swear to God, a lot of these what would you call them? These like digital
assistants. No.
Well, this is like when you're jumping from one question to another, blah blah blah. I swear to God, 99% of this is not AI. The AI on phone systems, I mean, even ChatGPT today probably couldn't do it. But we're talking like years back, when we were dealing with this, and you're talking to a non-human. I swear to God, 99.9% of the time, there's a human at the other end of the with like a stream deck. Just like pressing response buttons.
Well, I did tech support at a call center that was in Canada years back, right? And the technology was no problem, right? I understand that, but I had to understand a little bit about the software of how the system works and everything. And as such, the best thing for them to do was to just give me the 6 weeks training. And I did the 411 calls for like 5 shifts, just so I was like totally into it, right? And it was hilarious because you'd get like, this was a long time ago, right? And every now and then I would hear on the recording, blah, blah, whatever, right? Because I'd hear their pre-recorded responses before I got on. And one guy was like, fuck. So I answer and I'm like, hello. And he's like, oh, thank God, a real person. I was like, that was funny as hell, man. What are you trying to do? And the call took way too long and I would have been in trouble, but I wasn't really going to be a telephone answer person. I was just learning it, right? And it was hilarious. Yeah. But I mean, some people would have been really pissed. I laughed, and the guy had he was like, oh, at the end he was totally happy. It was funny. I'll never forget that though. Like, next caller is ding fuck. Oh man, hilarious. Yeah. It wasn't bad though, because they put me on the midnight shift to do these little learning things because they didn't want me to like have to bother with like a big busy day shift, right? So all I ever got was like drunk people. It was funny. This one chick, she was from South somewhere that had the Southern accent, and I could not understand what she was saying. And so as I understood it, and I know what it is now, but as I understood it, she wanted the phone number for a place called Waterburger. Now she was saying it with her like, Waterburger and whatever, right? And so I said, are you saying Waterburger as in WATERBU? And she said yes. So I looked, I can't find it. And she's like, dude, I'm standing across the street from the place looking at it right now. And the only thing I could finish the call was, well, then go over and ask your fucking question, honey. And I hung up the phone, right? because I just couldn't it doesn't exist. So later on that evening, where I was in the lunchroom with a few people that worked the night shift as well, and I told the story. And as soon as I said water, this guy started laughing his head off. And I'm like, what was it? And he said, it's called What a Burger. And I'm like, wow, bitch is standing outside the place and I spell out Waterburger and she says yes. I mean, what am I supposed to do? You know? It's so funny. Oh, God. But for the most part, it was a shitty thing. And I was glad when my little week was over and I was just doing tech support. I wouldn't want that job. No.
That's why they fired me off to India.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. This place was in the town that I live in, and it was open for about 6 years. I worked there for a year and a half or something, and just couldn't take it. It was really shitty management and stuff. And their whole thing just got wrapped up and shipped off overseas somewhere because it was just too expensive to have it in Canada versus somewhere else. And it was right at the cusp where you no longer can really understand people.
Yeah, and now you got someone from the American South trying to talk to an Indian person. that's going to go down well.
Yeah. I wonder how many other people she's tried to get the number for Waterburger from and just failed, right? Oh man, too funny. So isn't New Year's isn't there like American football that's important coming up? Because we're gonna cover it right here on Fuck the NFL. No,
yeah.
But,
yeah, we should change this from PubChat to NFL chat.
Yeah.
And we'll give you 10 top things that we know about the NFL from Dick and Dunk. Number 1, I think it's football. Number 2, it's N. N stands for something. Yeah. I don't know what. National,
men
isn't it?
Slapping asses.
The National Flappy League. I don't know.
Top 5 things overheard during a football game. Number 5, don't you fart when I put my hands in here.
Number 6, I'll see you in the showers afterwards.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I often wondered if the whole thing with the quarterback and the center in football and you got to do hut and then he fits the ball through. I wonder if that was because in the early days, the jock strap didn't fit too tight. So the quarterback had to get in there and adjust it for the center each time they snapped the ball. I think that's what was going on, right? You know,
I have no idea.
Can't get by without a little help from your friends sometimes, right?
I must admit, anytime I've seen it's like an American football match, when it's just come on the telly or usually just like part of a film, like MASH, it's just like they sneak it in there. And it's like, we have no clue what's going on. No clue. What they're stopping for again? Why is it they have to stop every single 5 seconds? They like run a little bit. It was like watching FTFE doing his push-ups. It's just does 20 stops. Yeah.
It's not the most fast-paced game, that's for sure. It's the same with Major League Baseball. It's like, boom, something now. Oh, okay, and it'll be 5 minutes. I think they just want to make sure you have time to get up and get another beer.
It's kind of funny because Americans don't like cricket. They don't understand cricket, and they say it's boring. And it's boring. Well, yeah, it is. Well, yeah, it is. But aren't these others the same? Aren't they just as boring? At least soccer. It's like pretty much like 90 minutes of just or like two halves. 45 minutes of just like pure action. And once it starts, it just doesn't stop. Well, apart from people about with the ball on the pitch, and then
I've tried watching soccer, football a couple of times, and the crowd goes crazy about something, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that guy's got the ball. Not really sure what and it's kind of like a big, huge version of hockey, and it takes forever for anything to finally fucking happen. Whereas in like hockey, it's just back and forth, shots on goal. Holy shit. Soccer is just like this really slow motion version.
Yeah, but my point is when once the clock starts, it started. And
okay,
finish in 45 minutes. They don't like stop the clock when someone wants to scratch their bum or anything like that. I've not seen any hockey. I mean, I'm saying when you're saying hockey, I'm assuming you mean ice hockey.
Yeah. Well, there is some stoppages in ice hockey. Yeah. Ice hockey isn't a complete flow either. And, other than like foul moments, basketball is pretty go. That's one thing I liked about basketball when I was young. It's just constant go. But I do remember my uncle saying they seem to score every time they get to the other end. So is the idea whoever doesn't score a few times is going to end up, and I thought about it and I was like, yeah, that's kind of how it works, because basketball is like 105 to 97 or whatever, It's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm a racist, so I can't watch basketball because there's no white dudes in it.
Yeah.
Short asses.
Yeah, you guys see Alistair in the chat, dude, says hockey is on ice for fuck's sakes. And he's a Brit, so to them, grass hockey, field hockey is actually a sport, not just something that like 11-year-old girls play.
There's a proper man hockey.
Yeah, we there's no such thing as that over here. I don't think so.
Well, it's like how you play it, but without all the fucking gay padding to protect yourself. I mean, honest to God, you see the goalie on an ice hockey thing. It looks like an IKEA sofa.
Yeah, but have somebody shoot the puck at you at like 107 mile an hour like they can, and I would look like that. Well, I did look like that. I was not NHL, but I was an ice hockey goalie, and I played all the high end rep leagues and stuff. It was really cool for like a few years there, but. Oh man. And then you got dudes just coming in and charging your crease and bashing you around. Like modern ice hockey is just so rough that you need those tank like pads now. But like I said,
that's what happens in field hockey too. It happens exactly the same, but without the padding.
Yeah. Right. But you go into like a modern ice hockey game without that extra armor when everybody else has it, you're dead. Right. It's to the point now where you have to have it because everybody who hits you has it. Right. It's
now you started to make it sound interesting.
Yeah. I know. But I like we said the other night there, I think that a lot of sports would be better if they dialed down the plastic armor and got a bit more back to the 70s when it was more padding, because you didn't run and hit somebody from 20 feet away back then because you just put your own shoulder out too or whatever, right?
Yeah. You don't see people play badminton with armor on, do you?
Yeah.
Ping pong.
Yeah. Well, UTB and Ham says roller derby didn't last long. I don't know about that, dude, because there's a roller derby league up here in my area, and it's a bunch of like 18 to 34-year-old chicks just throwing each other around. It's crazy. Yeah.
What's roller derby? Is that like roller ball?
Well, it's roller skating around in a circle, and then you're passing a ball around, kicking the crap out of each other. Like it's proper.
Oh, so it is rollerball then.
Okay, yeah, I guess. I don't know what you mean by that.
The film Rollerball?
Didn't see it.
Yeah, of course you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Should have seen that coming.
Now, you got to educate yourself with some Jim Croce. What's the song called? Roller Derby Queen? Yeah. Good tune.
Yeah, okay. I'll educate myself with some music when you educate yourself with some movies.
I've seen lots of movies.
Rollerball is classic. Oh my God, never mind.
Isn't it just one of those movies that's like a sad excuse for soft porn in the early mid-70s or something?
No, No, it's got James Caan in it, and
Oh, really?
And yeah, and you know they're playing rollerball, and they're all like being on roller skates, going around the a circuit, and being towed by motorbikes, and they all got spikes on their armor and their helmets and stuff. And they beat the shit out of each other.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great film.
Here, I'm going to find that right now on the torrent site here.
Yeah, you're going to go and find it and not watch it.
No, I'll watch it for sure.
Films I've downloaded and not watched. Dick Dawson's top 10 list of films I've not watched.
Yeah, but there's like 25 terabytes of storage of the server or something. I got so many shit I haven't watched yet. Why not?
I know. You never have a bloody time for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Next year, a lot of that changes because next year, Felix and I don't really have homeschooling anymore. It's just more, pushing on life things, do things for yourself and stuff. But yeah, it's going to totally change things.
For education through movies.
Yeah. Well, why do you think he watches the Blues Brothers, right? I think I got things covered,
Yeah, but you have to open his mind. You have to move on from just the Blues Brothers.
Open his mind. Oh, so he's got to watch Get Your Ass to Mars.
Yes.
Total Recall. Yeah.
Total Recall.
Yeah. He's got to learn from Quado, the master.
Yeah. And watch that one, not the remake that I worked on.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did work on that too. So who was that little puke fuck that they picked to play Schwarzenegger? What was his name again?
Was it Farrell?
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
He's actually decent in it, and he's decent anyway. But it's just such a different movie that anybody who's a fan of the original was not going to be impressed. It's just it had no chance, right?
There's some stuff in it that looks really good. I mean, to be fair, I say I worked on 6 shots, and some of those are just like muzzle flashes. But it did look good, but
yeah,
boring. I don't see it around anymore. No one even bothers showing it. I don't think.
No, it's like as dumb as replacing the Ghostbusters with some foul-mouthed wannabe Roseanne Barr chick. I can't stand that girl. What's her name? Oh God.
Yeah. Her.
Yeah.
Like her. Yeah. No. Is it Melissa McCarthy?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in a lot of movies that I'm just not interested in watching.
Every time I see her in the credits, I know not to watch the movie.
Yeah, odd that.
Never works for me. I can totally tell that she's acting. It's just there's nothing natural or skilled about it, and it's all,
Yeah.
Fuck it. Death Race 2000. That's a good call. I've seen that. I can't remember it offhand. It was a long time ago.
Oh, that's very much in the vein of Rollerball. Although I think Rollerball's got a bit more of a story behind it. Death Race 2000 is just smashing people up.
Yeah. Just in cars, right?
It's like wacky races, but with spikes.
Yeah.
Worst Muttley ever.
Yeah. Oh, I could never do it without dying coughing. Like, there's no way I could do that. There was a funny South Park when Wacky Races came back on TV, but in South Park world, it's not a cartoon. It's real people doing it. And it was freaking hilarious, man. It was really funny.
There was a movie, mate. What was it called? I think it was called The Great Race. And it was almost like a version of Wacky Races, but for real. Oh God, who was in them? You had Terry Thomas playing like a Dick Dastardly type character, and oh God, who was it? Tony Curtis was the lead in it, and he
thinking about Cannonball Run.
No, 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 no. And
Oh, that
he
was
drove
Dean
like
Martin. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, no, he drove like a white kind of like Rolls Roycey kind of car. You know, it's like period sort of thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. I can't remember much else about it. I'm not too sure it was very, very good at all. But I know it exists.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I'm gonna bring back wacky races, but live. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they did the Flintstones movie. They could have done wacky races, or they could have done Catch the Pigeon.
The hell are you on about now? Catch the pigeon?
Catch the pigeon. Catch the pigeon. Catch the pigeon.
Sounds like sport for teenagers from North Korea, you know?
Well, Catch the Pigeon was kind of like a sequel to Wacky Races, and it had like Dick Dastardly and Muttley in it, flying a plane trying to catch the pigeon because that was important to catch the pigeon.
Wow. We didn't have that over here. Is that because our children are smarter than your children, or
it was made over there?
No, but Canada then. I'm getting out of this. There's no way.
Yeah, you couldn't get it because of the tariffs.
Yeah, Trump's grandfather. I don't know. Catch the pigeon, man. That's hilarious. I just imagine North Korean children doing that in a schoolyard somewhere that's all muddy, you know.
Like PJ says in the chat there, how can Dick not have heard of Catch the Pigeon? PJ, I say this every single time I bring up some fucking movie he hasn't heard of. And it's like, it's a classic. How can you not have ever, not even just heard of it? You know, I'm not even asking if you've watched it, but you just never heard of it. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, Paul Gilbert in the chat says the pigeon was carrying secret military messages.
Yeah. Or something.
Jenny in the chat there. Just saw you were all here. Just got done watching a crappy movie. We're talking about crappy movies. So which one did you watch?
yeah. And I guarantee Dick hasn't watched it. Oh, no, it's a crappy movie. He might have watched it.
If it's a crappy movie, you can guarantee he watched it.
Oh, no, I can guarantee I've already worked on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we know you've won an Emmy Award. So tell us about the Razzies.
I got a cream for that and I got better.
Yeah. One day soon, as AI infiltrates the movie industry more and more, Dunk will be working for Bang Brothers, enlarging cocks.
Well, I've been there, done that already. Oh dear. Although I should point out that I allocated someone else to do enlarging cocks as Dunk, I've run out of things to do. Perfect. I've got the job just for you. Literally had to cut someone else's penis out, make it bigger, and put it back on again.
Yeah.
Well, when I say cut them out, I mean digitally on the film, not actually, not surgery.
That
would be a different job.
Jenny says it's aliens abducted my parents and now I feel kind of left out. Is that like the actual name of the fucking movie?
That's a long title.
Yeah. Is it based after an Alanis Morissette song? Because that's kind of meandering bullshit she would have said in a song, right? She probably figured it was ironic. Oh man, that's funny. Hallmark sci-fi movie. That's hilarious.
Hallmark sci-fi Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, talking of Christmas movies, we put on the was it called the red one?
Oh yeah, red one that
with the Rock.
Yeah, and other guy that used to be funny and now he's not.
It was, all I could say is it was on for about 40 minutes. Neither of us were watching it or paying attention, and it was just like, what the fuck is this anyway?
It's one of those movies where you put it on and then She gets up to go get a drink. You go to the bathroom. You end up in the kitchen to get a snack or something, and you look at each other and go, "So what are we going to watch next?" Because obviously nobody fucking cares, right?
It was a bit like that. I'm sure if we paid attention to it, it might have been interesting, but it just didn't draw us in whatsoever.
Annette says she liked it. Well, I'm going to watch it for sure because the write-up sounded like it was the kind of thing that Felix and I would get into. You know?
Yeah, there was just something about it just didn't drag us in. I mean, I wasn't very interested in the first place, so I wasn't. I mean,
well, you have shit taste in movies, so it's probably good.
Squeeze me. No, I'm probably give it an injustice in the simple fact that I didn't give it its proper due care and attention. And this is like, it was on, and I looked up and go, "What's going on?" Oh, I don't know. I'll just go back to Facebook again.
Oh no, God. Well, at least you didn't trade it in for an Elon Musk product, because that would have been the worst review possible. But well, I watched a TV show that's been released in the last couple of years. It's very much based in sci-fi. I'll see if anybody can guess as I say a few things here. And there was one scene where they've got this massive spaceship and they're heading off to an Earth habitable planet because Earth is kind of dying. And they're flying along in space for the first little bit, doing their thing and whatnot. And the rocket's still burning, even though they came out of cryo sleep and they're like 4 years into a journey, but the rocket's still burning, and it's not like an ion engine or anything. But they don't explain at first that it's nuclear powered. So you're watching it like, why is the damn thing still burning its fuel, right? Like, you got up to speed, shut the fucking thing off, and enjoy the ride. It was strange, but the engine goes off and they're having problems with it, and they're still flying along, and they're in space, and they're still a year away from the planet they're going to. I'm not telling you the name of the planet yet, but they're 5 years away from Earth, and there's like, it's one of the closest places to Earth, so it's not like there's all this shit, and gravity and stuff or anything. So the engine goes out, and they're like, "Well, we'll never make it in time now if we don't have the engine. We don't have the velocity to get there, and our supplies, our food and water isn't going to last." And I couldn't figure out how they had started to slow down just because the engine went out. I just couldn't figure it out.
Air brakes.
Yeah. Somebody must have pulled the handbrake.
Yeah, all that friction.
I know.
Up there.
I couldn't understand it. And to me, the real problem would have been, we don't have an engine to get us into a slowdown burn to achieve orbit. Not shit, we're slowing down, we're never going to get there.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do the science properly? Damn it.
Yeah. You accelerate, at 1G. In up to a point, and then you flip the ship around and set the thrusters up to slow down, and you still got the same G force. So the ship's always got 1G. That's how propulsion works, but not this time.
I know. They did so many other things too. They had this slide out thing in the engine room, and it looked like it was like a warming tray for hot dog buns, like a steamer, right? With a plexiglass little flip open door. And the guy pulls out this row of capacitors, and they're not soldered on or anything. And you can just pop them out of these little foam rows and put them where you want and stuff. And they go on about how this is such a big deal and whatnot. And the two capacitors are the same size. Now, there are variances depending on if you know what capacitors, right? But it was so ridiculous. And this caused a catastrophic failure on the engines. And oh my God, it was so dumb. It was so dumb. The science was awful. But the show itself was okay.
I don't think anyone's guessed what it is yet.
Yeah. Let me look. Yeah, no, nobody's guessed it yet, but it's been 2 seasons. There was a few times that
Oh
I was going to
wow!
give up, and it's only like 10, 12 episodes a season. It's one of those high budget, so you only get a few. Jilk says the Orville. No, I'm quite a fan of that one. Although they had some cheesy stuff too.
Yeah, they're
Not
allowed.
Lost in Space. I like that one too, but there was some in that too. But it's called The Ark.
Oh, the Ark.
Yeah, and
Right.
they should have brought somebody into that show who understands the most basics of planetary and space and science
Hang
and
on,
stuff.
isn't that the one? Is that the one with Katie Sackhoff in it?
No.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah, she could have helped, I'm sure.
No, I saw her in some other shitty spaceship thing.
Yeah.
That just didn't threw science out the window.
Yeah, but there was some really good story in it. There was some really good episodes, except whenever they tried to use science as the problem, they failed. It was, oh my God. Yeah, it was bad. But, what are you going to do? So yeah, The Expanse, definitely a must watch. I watched the first 2 seasons and then got distracted in life. Now I know nothing about the show. Well, but I'll remember it as I start rewatching it. So I had to pause and wait. And now I can't remember a damn thing. So I get to rewatch the whole thing and it should be mostly fresh. I can't wait for that.
I don't think it actually matters when you move on to the other seasons, to be honest with you. I didn't even know you got through to the second season. I thought you gave up halfway through the first.
No, I think I might have even watched into the 3rd season, but then there was just so much going on that, a show like that, I like to make sure I'm really paying attention to the story and not just wait, who's that guy?
Yeah, there's a lot of politics and stuff in in the same way as like Silo, you and I are watching Silo at the minute, and there's so much going on inside of that. It's just like, if you're not following it, you're not following it.
That's a show that you can rewatch 3 days later, and there's enough to rediscover that you can, like, it's a great show, Love that show. But yeah, Paul Gilbert, we quit on the first episode of the Ark. Yeah. I mean, there in season 2, there was this amazing episode where they tried to go into faster than light travel. Something happened, and it was very much like Picard living that life because of the probe, and 2 characters like literally grow old together and stuff, and then they wake up and it's only been 36 hours. It was just this weird sciencey thing, and it was really good. It was excellent. Unfortunately, there's just so much bullshit in that show, right? They needed somebody like Brannon Braga or somebody like that who knows how to produce a good science fiction show, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of the really shitty.
The Magicians. That's another show I'm going to put in Shills Plex server coming up too, because I've seen things about that, and I know my son's going to dig that for sure.
Oh, what was it called? I'm just scanning through. The Star Lost. It's a bit like the concept of the Ark, but there was this like Ark ship lost in space. And you got what's the name of the actor? Hang on, what's his name? Keir Dullea, who was actually in 2001. He was like one of the astronauts in 2001. So it's like he's the one that went through the became the Star Child thing at the end and all that kind of stuff. Big character in that, but he was in this series called The Star Lost, which was made in like the 70s, and it's so amazingly cheap and shit. It's really, really bad. There's a lot of big actors show up in it. You got guy who plays Chekhov. What's his name?
Oh, Walter.
Walter Koenig. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in it. I can't even remember
He's a
the
cool
people.
dude. I like
But
him.
There's a load of people in this movie, and it's made by some of the people who did the visual effects. It's Douglas Trumbull was behind some of the visual effects for it.
Okay.
It's still managed to make it look like it's cheap. It's
Wow.
It's all on YouTube, so you can enjoy the hours of tedium watching that. But it starts off with this guy. He's living in like an Amish community on board a spaceship, but they don't know
in
it's
an
a spaceship.
Amish paradise.
Yeah, but they don't know it's a spaceship. They just think it's that they're living in this fucking community, and they manage to break out and find out there's this massive starship. And they move around the starship, coming across different communities, and trying to make, because the starship is going to crash into a sun or something, and they've got to stop it.
Dude, when is this from?
When?
Yeah.
This is. Let me get the.
Seth MacFarlane stole this. Oh, I bet scene for scene, because you're describing an episode of the Orville that was fantastic. Totally, man.
It could well be. I've seen references to it in things like Star Trek and what was it? Star Trek. Which one was it? Was it Deep Space Nine? It might have been Deep Space Nine, where they did something very, very similar. And where? I'm searching for it. I'm searching for it. I can't fucking find it.
You know what? They missed a trick with Deep Space Nine, because they should have called it Deep Space Voice with Avery Brooks. He's got, if you dial up a home theater with like really good speakers and a sub and everything, that man's voice is just like a wall of sound. Wow, it's really good.
I had it. I can't find it anymore. Star Lost. Where the fuck are you? Where are you, Star Lost? I've lost Star Lost. Yeah.
Maybe you found it before and you just don't know where you put it.
Honestly, I don't know what I've done with it. I can't find it anymore. 2001. It was after Space Odyssey. He's been in a lot of movies, this guy. No, but it's not there. I had it. I had it right there. It seems to have vanished from existence.
Erased.
Existence.
Oh,
there is 1973 to 1974. There you go.
Okay.
That's all you asked when it was.
Yeah. They ripped it off. Here, one second. Let me get a couple of things to show everybody. Hold on.
But yeah, no. If you want to, check out Star Lost. If you are just feeling like you just want to waste some YouTube hours, but it's really bad.
All right. Here, I'll highlight myself. Oh, what the hell? Weird. Don't do that. Goddamn window is stuck to my mouse. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
You're a Mac user, Dunk. How did I just do this? Anytime I move my mouse, the OBS window moves. It's stuck to my fucking mouse. What have I done?
Uh-oh.
How the fuck did this happen?
I don't know.
How do I make this fuck off? I've never seen it do this before. All these new features they bring out, I try to just turn them off, right? Oh, fuck.
Escape. Press escape.
I've done that a couple times. Maybe Apple Escape? Which Apple? I got a Windows key. I don't even know which one the Apple is.
Force quit.
Oh, come on. Quit it, will you?
Maybe your mouse button's stuck.
Fuck. How did this happen? I can't even Google it now because I can't get to another window. It's just all it does is move this one. There's got to be a way around this. It's like maybe my keyboard's so full of crumbs that there's like a key. fucking being held or something?
Is it a wireless mouse?
No, it's cabled. I hate wireless devices for no reason.
Pull it out and plug it back in again.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, hold on a second here. Which cable's which? Oh, that's the metal braided one. Oh, I just moved the window. Fuck. Okay, hold on.
Twig says out F4. I think that's a PC thing. I don't know if it's a Mac thing. Jesus Christ, where's he gone to go and pull his cable out?
Okay, survey says no, it hasn't. No, it's still there. Okay, there's some kind of keyboard shortcut or something that I need to know. Can somebody Google this and tell me? Fuck. You gotta be kidding me. How does this happen? Arrgh.
Hang on, what was it? What about what hang on, what if you go to Command Tab?
I did that. I did that little app switcher thingy, and I switched to a different app, and it's still just my cursor is glued to the top of the OBS thing. It doesn't do a damn thing.
What about if you minimize the OBS window?
Okay, hold on. Now it's worse because now I've activated a YouTube window and I got a fucking video playing in the background to me. You've got to be shitting me. There's got to be a way around this. Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Okay, hold on here. There's just, what the fuck? It's a Mac. Jesus Christ. I got our intro song blasting me in the ears right now trying to do this. Okay. That's helpful. That's good. God damn it.
If only we had Nick Suter here to help.
Oh, yeah. How do I...
Twink says Alt F4 will exit whatever you are stuck up on a Mac. He says, I didn't know.
Alt F4. Shit.
Yeah, no, it's a PC thing.
I don't have an F4. I have to use a function key for it because of this stupid little keyboard, and that's not doing a damn thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It was a PC trick anyway. It's not.
Okay.
It's not going to help.
Yeah. Fuck. I've never seen this happen before. This is a feature about Mac. I don't know how to operate.
What happens if you open the force quit window?
Okay, hold on.
So option command escape.
I've got to fix this because in a second I'm going to start hearing us talking, for God's sakes, and this is going to fuck me up till no end. Okay, that's perfect. Now I can hear myself talking at the intro of this very show. Oh my God. And if I mute it, because I can't use my mouse to mute it, if I mute it with my mixer, I mute Dunk as well. And there's no way for me to change this. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Pull the plug out the back of your computer. And then plug it back in again.
Okay, hold on a second here. Jesus.
Reboot.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, this is funny. Are you not entertained? If only he could screen share at the same time as we could watch him panicking, trying to get his system sorted.
Okay, fixed.
What did you do?
I'm not even sure I want to admit this. This is so bad. So it turns out it wasn't a Mac feature or anything at all. It's when I sat down with these boxes that I was about to show you.
You put them on your keyboard.
No, I put them on the trackpad that I used to size the pictures and stuff. And it was just on the corner touching it. And that was making it so that nothing I did with my mouse would work because the trackpad was taking over. That's what happened. So it wasn't a tech thing at all. It was just that I didn't realize that I had set the damn boxes on them a tiny
I
bit.
was in the middle of writing an email to Lewis Rossman. I was getting Tim Cook on the phone.
Holy fuck, man. Okay. So
you twit.
Yeah, so give me a second here. So anybody who tried to make fun of me for tech support stuff or whatever, fuck you. It just turns out that alcohol is a factor in this. So
and twitterness.
Yeah. So let me show you something here, because now that I can actually click things, this will work. So
are you sure?
Yeah. So here.
There you go.
This, right, is the Gray Sports Almanac. But
no, you got the wrong one.
No, this isn't the book. This is the Biff doll that just happens to have the almanac and everything, right?
Yeah. All right. I was going to say, you got the wrong almanac anyway, because we went up to 2050.
Yeah. No, but this is so, and I'm wondering if my son's going to open it and take the doll out or the figure, because if you look there, he's got all kinds of different like hands and faces and stuff. It's really cool.
Has he got hands that does the knucklehead?
Yeah.
Pose.
Yeah, he's got and he can hold the almanac, and he's got a mad face and a happy face, and it's really cool. And I don't know if Felix is gonna like take him out or just display the box, right? I don't know what's gonna happen.
Now, what would be cool is if he had a little extra penis and wanking hand for when he's reading Ooh La La.
Yeah. Right. So then so here we got another one, and
nuclear.
It's Doc with all the stuff from around when they first do the DeLorean, the time machine and everything. Yeah. Right. And he's got the remote control and the clipboard and everything and all the accessories. And there's a third one coming, and it's Marty has the video camera and the little guitar that blows him back with the amp, and it's really, really nice one. Marty alone was $100, right? You know.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be popular.
Yeah, and also not easy to get. Only one seller had a couple, and then I also got him this, which is actually just like a cool nightlight for on his desk and stuff, and it lights up really cool and whatnot. Yeah, and then
you're missing a lot, like a little furry Einstein. And I don't mean the one the Einstein you got on the wall. I mean the little dog.
Yeah, that's a good call. We'll have to get a dog. Yeah. And there's a few more things coming as well. He's got like a cool neon sign that says Back to the Future that's coming to hang on his wall and a few things. My son's right into collectibles, so this is going to be really cool. He's going to love it. Yeah. And he's already got some gifts that were sent up by Heather Wiley in the chat there as well. A couple of cool T-shirts I think I showed you guys, and yeah. So yeah, pretty cool, right? Hey, thanks, Jenny. Very much. Yeah, can't wait. He's gonna love it. He's got this wicked shelf in his room for his collectibles, and he's got like the McFarlane Lego set of the South Park guys, and he's got the DeLorean already from the first movie and a few other things. He's got a couple of VHSs that were sent up by Teresa in the chat. He loves this kind of stuff. He's gonna love it. Yeah, I can't wait. But I gotta wait a few more days because this year he's very much doing a lot of Christmas with family and stuff. So, yeah. Dear God.
Well, I hate to point out your family too.
Yeah, but they're the other side.
The other family.
Yeah, I'd rather literally just stay home, have a few drinks, and hang out with all you. So That's just
you're not invited.
Well, no, I am. They just don't bother anymore because I don't do it, right?
I'll call you fucking Uncle Scrooge.
Yeah. No, but I mean, the way that my ex would normally talk about me around these people, they damn well know I didn't want to be there anyway. And it's only in the last year she's finally stopped and, not so, oh my God, just continue the fights and whatnot. Like it's finally wearing off, It only took 15 years. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to apologize for kicking you out and divorcing you because you took off to be a stripper? The fuck, man. Blow me. Oh, actually, no, not anymore.
You can afford it now.
I wouldn't pay for it.
You already know the quality.
Yeah.
I can get better at a glory hole of a truck stop.
Hell. Yeah, all I need is salad dressing and a sponge. I don't even know what that means, man.
No, neither do I, but I like it. It's going to go on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
The Shills.
Yeah.
All I need is
tonight's plan, salad dressing and a sponge.
God, somebody please write down these t-shirts that we always fucking forget them.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I wake up hungover without much of a memory, and you can only watch your own shows back so many times, so you forget.
I never remember. There should be a room in the on the Discord where like every time we come up with one of these t-shirt ideas, it's just like goes bang, it's in there.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you were going to say there should be a room for salad dressing. I just wasn't really sure where you were going with that one.
Well, we could have a room for salad dressing and sponge picks, but we might get booted off Discord.
Okay, let's make a room for salad dressing and sponge picks, and everybody, go to the dollar store and get yourself some shit salad dressing and a sponge and send us in a pic, and we'll pick the top 5 and show them on the next PubChat.
Why the dollar store? Why can't it be quality?
Yeah, but okay, waste your money. I don't care.
Yeah. It doesn't always have to be a $20 hooker. Sometimes you can splash out on a quality one.
Oh man, $27.99. That's pushing it.
It's a Boxing Day discount. Shut up.
Oh man. And see, if you want to get artistic about it, you could think about the color of the sponge and the salad dressing.
You could get very creative, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it nice to be able to use your mouse? That was really, you know what? From now on, anytime I don't need that fucking trackpad, I'm turning it off. That was just, that didn't work. It wasn't until I got up to unplug the mouse a second time. When I came back around, I was like, should I turn the trackpad off too? And when I went to grab it, I couldn't lift it because it was under the box. And no shit.
Well, I mean, we've all been there. He's taking your wireless keyboard and just like, lent it up against something.
Yeah.
And it's got a key press going on, and your computer's going. What the fuck's that? I can hear it in the background.
Yeah, that's why I tipped my keyboard over and started tapping it, because I get like ashes and crumbs and stuff in it all the time, right? And that wasn't it. So fucked up. Oh well.
Well, there you go. Consumer advice from Dick Dawson. Before you start tearing your computer apart to find out what's wrong with it and rebooting it, and just make sure you haven't got a box on top of the trackpad.
Yeah. There you go. Right. Watch where you put your box. Not sure that's selling the way I meant it.
That's going back to sponge and salad dressing again. Yeah.
Yeah. But for anybody listening, if you're wondering why, if you didn't quite catch on, why the hell do I have the trackpad and the mouse at the same time? You know, all that pinch to zoom that you can do with your phone, you can do that on the trackpad if you got a decent one. And it's so much better for me to line up the pictures and stuff when things like websites that we show you on the screen than having to just rely on the size it up and down buttons and whatnot. You know, it's way better. If you're a live stream person, make sure you have a trackpad there so you can just reach over and size your shit properly really quick.
Totally. Oh yeah, and a Mac.
Well, no, Windows trackpad can do all pinchy zoomy stuff. You just have to buy a good trackpad, not one of the shit ones, right? Yeah, but it's far better. Yeah, they do, right? But a lot like the Mac trackpad, they're not the cheap ones, right? You know, that's not you don't get a really good trackpad. Well, even my Logitech one that I use on my NVIDIA Shield TV that has the trackpad and the keyboard built in, it has pinch to zoom. It's just that the damn trackpad is so small that it's so fidgety. It's terrible, right? You need a good one.
Yeah, that's one thing about Apple with their laptops. They love sticking massive trackpads into the laptops.
Not just
all the PC ones back in the day when they started doing it. There was still
it took forever.
2-inch ones.
Yeah, PCs would have these little dinky trackpads, and Macs would have these monster blocks, right? And it's so much nicer to have a large track like it. And it's not even just the size, though. If you've never used an Apple MacBook Pro, MacBook, whatever the fuck, the trackpad is just so much more precise than on most PC laptops. I'm sure there's some high-end ones that have really good trackpads, but holy fuck, man, the Apple ones kick ass. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why Apple still doesn't bother with touchscreen desktop computers. Hold your hand out in front of you like this for 45 minutes and tell me you want a touchscreen desktop computer instead of having just a really good touch interface on your desk. It's actually the better idea.
I do love the fact that, you know, a lot of Apple tech people will still point out that it's in the operating system. It's there for touchscreen stuff. It's just, you know, Apple just never felt it necessary.
No,
and it isn't really necessary. It just doesn't really work.
You know, when the touchscreen laptops and desktops in the Windows world first started really coming out, and they were like a higher end option, I saw so many people buy them, and they'd get home.
We bought one, an HP.
And you touch on your laptop and it makes it tilt and rock. And you know, it's just and within a week nobody uses it, because unless you're using like pinch to zoom, but again, you got a home desktop 27-inch, are you going to reach your hands out and do this all day? You know, stupid.
And you just end up with like a grubby finger marks in like in a handful of places on the screen. Yeah. No, because we had this. It was just like an HP one. I think they called it a One Touch.
Yeah,
I think that was. But it's basically like an HP version of an iMac. So it's like just a big flat screen. And it was all very, very clever and stuff. And he had the touch, but it just did not make ergonomic sense. It just. There was no point to reach out to touch an app, but then you still end up having to go to your mouse anyway.
Yeah.
You know, the touch screen thing didn't work for every application. On every single thing. It's just like
the only time touchscreen works proper is when it's down where the keyboard and stuff should be, like a cashier's checkout and stuff. Right? That's right. But when you
only works on a tablet.
Yeah. Well,
iPad or whatever tablet you got.
Yeah. But it doesn't get used much, It's one of those things. Like 3D TV. Oh, this is the new big thing. Nah, it isn't. That didn't last long. Are there even, does anybody know, can you even still buy 3D TVs?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the TV that we're using here at home, that's a 3D TV.
Do you use
But
the?
I haven't used it in years.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool because it would actually take non 3D
Mhm.
TV and turn it into 3D. It was very
Yeah.
very clever, and it was. I remember watching Kelly's Heroes, which you haven't seen in 3D, which was very very cool.
Yeah.
But it also did like strange things. I did watch Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and it used the 3D thing. But like certain lights, like a red light or something, it didn't know where to place it.
Right.
So it was always like in the wrong part of 3D space.
Yeah.
Which was all a bit strange. But
Yeah. I watched 3D TV a few times. I watched a couple of movies and it was pretty cool, but even with the shutter glasses, the good ones, I was still feeling it afterwards, right? But where it made actually good sense to me was I watched part of an American football game, and I'm sure this would apply to, soccer, football, and whatever, but wow, the extra depth of field when watching was really cool, right? But again, I don't want to sit there and have to wear this shit and all that and whatnot,
No, it was a pay. I mean, I bought it because I was working on Horrid Henry 3D, and I needed a 3D display to do it on, and that was the way to do it, which was kind of funny going into the local TV store and just like I took me my laptop down there, plugged it in because I didn't even know this was going to fucking work. Plug my laptop into the TV and then set it up so I could actually watch myself, compositing stuff in 3D live. And the people at the shop were just like blown away that was happening.
I bet. Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I got it.
I can put 3D on the Plex server and it'll work proper if you ever want. It's double the size for the movie, but we got the storage.
Yeah, I don't know if my well, no. That's the thing that the actual imagery isn't double the size. It's
because they have resolution. That's right. Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah, they split it 50-50 side by side or top and bottom. But I don't even know if my glasses work anymore. Rubbish. They were so uncomfortable, like you say.
Well, they're probably like old school Bilstein shocks. If you don't work them for a while, they seize up. Need maintenance. I just was watching a thing from Ian Tyrrell's Classic Workshop, but hold on a second here. Oh, I wasn't sure if I had one in the fridge still, or if I was going to have to get up to the big fridge. So that worked good.
I thought you pulled out a Red Bull then. I thought you'd been watching so much Red Bull. You go start swapping over to Red Bull.
No, there's nothing you could do to make me ingest Red Bull as a drink. No, I don't care how much alcohol you put in it. I drank one of those once and I was like all jittery and felt like shit for like 3 hours, man. It was just, I felt like I just popped 5 of those caffeine pills. Fucking, it's terrible.
I need my next fix.
Yeah. I'm
jumping on coffee beans.
Yeah, I got attention issues and all that other hyperactivity shit and blah blah in life as it is. The last thing I need is a drink that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. It tastes like butt. I just didn't.
Wow, you're the expert. I'm not. I'm not a fine connoisseur of tasting.
Well, if anyone's gonna know what butt tastes like, it's gonna be me.
you and your monthly meetups of the butt tasting club of Canada.
And who are our volunteers this evening?
Take a little taste, spit it out.
Oh God.
Rinse your mouth out with a little bit of bit of water.
I'm sorry, but this is like, there's no way you could be making this up. It's too accurate.
No, it's how my mind works, unfortunately. I can make this shit up on the spot.
Dunk's got years of experience with
it's like the Terminator, when all the list of options come up. Mine just goes straight to the bottom. Gutter. Where can I go from here?
Yeah. Speaking of the Terminator code, I don't know how many of you know this. I know some will. PJ CNET probably will, but that's actually assembly language code for the 6502 processor from MOS Technologies that was the CPU for the Nintendo Entertainment System, Commodore 64, and so on and so on. Many cool systems.
Yeah. Well, what else are they going to put in the Terminator?
Yeah.
Can't put in Apple Silicon into that.
Yeah. Can you imagine one day Arnold Schwarzenegger walked up to Chuck Peddle from Moss and he was like, "Father." That'd be funny. Chuck sadly has passed away, but if he was alive, man, that would be one of the funniest viral videos for 8-bit computer nerds ever.
I wonder if they put in like an NVIDIA graphics card, GPU in there for the AI.
Yeah. PJ CNET's actually now correcting me. He's got, sure, the CPU in the Commodore 64 is 6502 programmable, but it was actually the 6510. And I'll call you
nerds want to get a room.
I'll take it further. What they did was they repurposed a few pins on the chip to take advantage of a couple of technologies and stuff. And it's, it was, but it was still machine language code applicable. Awesome chip. Oh my God. It was, it's, if you look back on it, I don't know if this is too geeky for everybody, but the 6502 could kind of claim to be the first RISC reduced instruction set computing chip out there, because that was why it was so good, right? It only ran on average at 1 megahertz, but it could keep up to a Zilog Z80 doing 3.5. Okay. Nerdy moment over.
Yeah, but could you do the Kessel run in three parsecs?
Okay. Do we have to rip that apart, or are we just going to accept it?
Not even going to touch it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out that I can throw out pointless numbers too.
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking about the variants of the 6502. Look back on the Commodore.
No, we weren't. You were.
Yeah. No, some of us are. Fuck you. All right. So the Commodore Max that was only released in Japan before the Commodore 64, did it have the 6502 or the 6510? I wonder. I don't know that. That's the one of those little facts, Commodore, that I don't actually have in my melon. Yeah. Had a VIC-20, it was crap. Come on, Alan. That was a great computer in its day. Sure, it didn't have sprites and all kinds of stuff, but damn it, man, it was awesome for its price, Yeah.
I remember the VIC-20 when the VIC-20 was, the Sinclair Spectrum kind of like counterpart before the 64 came out.
That's not fair. The VIC-20 came out in 1980. It was the counterpart to the ZX80, not the Sinclair Spectrum.
Yeah, true. Well, when did the 64 come out?
82.
Yeah, so that was that's Spectrum years, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. See, PJ already called you on that. See, look at this, right? PJ, why don't you join the chat and we'll school this fucking guy? But yeah, in the VIC-20, against the computers it was up against in 1980, if we take Atari out of the equation, was really good. Put the Atari 400 into the equation, the Atari was much better. Fact. Except Atari just had zero ability to market those damn systems for some reason. Those first Atari 400 and 800 were so goddamn good compared to the competition at the time. They should have been amazing and sold so well, but they just didn't.
Yeah, expensive.
And the 400 had a keyboard that was arguably worse than the ZX80, let alone the Spectrum.
Oh, that membrane, it wasn't even a rubber membrane. It was just like
it was awful. Yeah. And it had little, like the little rectangles or whatever around every key. Oh, it was, yeah.
I can imagine there's a lot of those where that plastic membrane is just like broken through, and there's a lot of people just got like bare buttons.
Actually,
they're still pressing them.
Those old Ataris are unbelievably tough. The plastics don't brittle out like some other systems. They're really big. They're tough. They're built like tanks too. The Atari 400 and 800
tanks.
Yeah. Well, they failed FCC regulations because of radiation emissions. And the only way to get it on the market, it was the same with the Fairchild F and a few other systems, was to encase the whole damn thing in a metal enclosure underneath the plastic of the computer. And they're like tanks, man. It's crazy.
What was it? The nuclear reactor, the middle of them, that was causing the radiation.
Yeah, but it was funny. Instead of re-engineering the board and the electronics to just put out less radiation and less interference and stuff, right? What they did, they just encased it. I don't mean radiation in so much as like nuclear and bad for you. I mean it'll interfere with your television and walkie-talkie and copies and stuff, right? And the only way to fix it was the cheapest way to fix it was just encase the damn insides in metal. Hilarious. They basically just built them inside of Faraday cages. Right?
I was gonna say they could just like sold a Faraday cage as a an accessory, and you just sit inside it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, well, the Fairchild F there, as PJ says, that's the first of the second generation of home computer consoles, because it's the first that had a cartridge slot, a real one, not like the first Odyssey that just had rewiring cartridges, right?
I don't think I know the Fairchild.
Yeah, the Fairchild F, it had a crazy cool controller where you could push the thing up and down, you could twist it, you could joystick it. It was awesome. It was really cool. And what's his name? Jerry somebody was the main engineer on the project. 6'5" black guy who was literally buried in history because he was a black guy, and everybody, what's his name? Nolan from Atari and all these people, but he was one of the very originals in home video games. Jerry something. I can't remember his name offhand.
PJ says he had a ZX81 dot matrix printer. A 40
wow.
Was it the thermal printer?
It had to be, yeah.
Yeah, because I had one of those. God, they were stupid and pointless in so many ways. But what I did find when I was writing software, and selling it, the paper from the thermal printer was the exact width of a cassette case, so you could print out your covers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
the thermal printer.
Well, that was basically what it was made for, to label your cassettes, right? That you stored your shit on. Yeah,
that's funny.
It's funny too when you go back to the early days of home computing. The idea was when you would buy the machine and write your own programs, and then all of a sudden a software market started to spring up. Yeah, it was crazy cool. Yeah,
because that was the funny thing about when you got your. Even the days of the Spectrum, when that first came out, and you bought like a games pack from Sinclair.
Yeah,
and like have like a half a dozen games on the cassette, and they're all just like written in basic code. They were like shitty sort of like, remember the sort of thing where
Totally.
you fire a cannon and it fires a ball and you try to hit the target.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you're entering the elevation of the.
Well, that's what people don't understand is we've been playing Angry Birds since the dawn of BASIC, right?
But that was there was no like those early days. There was no like a machine code crazy amazing graphics games. It was literally something you could have just typed out in a magazine.
Yeah,
and they sold it. Like,
oh yeah,
$5.99.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I remember making little games and stuff, and I remember on we got our first computer in '78. We got a TRS-80. It became the Model 1, but at first it was just and then after that, the company my father worked with ended up doing a deal to sell Commodore stuff. So the TRS-80 was gone, and we had the PET, and that was just like the most futuristic, cool looking thing. This all-in-one. It was so amazing, and but when you start using it, it was just as like basic, pardon the pun, is basic. I mean, the only graphics aside for a few blocks were the preset. You couldn't even redraw the character set. It was unbelievable, but it was awesome. But after the PET, we got the VIC-20 and I had color and going back to the VIC-20 it wasn't that good, right? But it was awesome for those few years, right?
Oh yeah.
And by the time the VIC-20 was out of date, we already had a floppy drive and we had the cassette drive, and I think we had a modem by then. And all you had to do was buy the Commodore 64, and all that shit just plugged in and worked, right? It was awesome. I remember when we got the 64, I wouldn't give up the VIC-20 because I had like 25 games for it, cartridge, and a bunch of cassettes. And I'm like, well, no, all I have to do is just unplug everything and put, so I kept it. I wouldn't get rid of it. Oh, yeah. I was such a nerd back then. Oh, yeah. And that kept up all my life. Even though when I started getting into smoking pot and drinking beer and being Mr. Rock and Roller and all that, I still had all these nerd qualities. And I remember every so often I'd nerd out on like something cool. And a few of my buddies would be like, holy fuck, man, if it wasn't for the way you looked. It's funny. But I love that stuff, What are we at here? Oh, we're coming up on 2 hours.
Oh,
Lord Thunder and Jeebus.
Yeah. So we'll have to put some more money into the meter if we want to go longer.
Oh, I wonder if that would work. Could you do a live stream where it takes a super chat to keep it going every 15 minutes or something?
That would be funny if you just got like a bar down the side of the screen that's just slowly decreasing, and you just got to top it up. You know what? That might work.
No, we should. This is just a private conversation, and we have just fucked up.
Oh shit! Damn it! Everybody, ignore what I just said.
Yeah,
don't listen. La.
We just figured out how to turn YouTube into OnlyFans for.
Thing is, it might go the wrong way. We might be like 26 hours into a stream. Just stop putting fucking money into the slot. Stop it. I want to go to bed.
Oh, it's funny. So, what do you think
about what?
It's PubChat. I'm not supposed to have a direction. You just broke the rules. 2 demerit points for you. Try again.
No, demerit you because you asked me to think. I didn't know how to do that here.
That's true. That's true.
That's not fair. Don't know what I'm thinking for tonight.
Yeah. I'll do the thinning around here, Baba Louie.
This is more. You say something, I open mouth, shit comes out. That's the way it works. No, well, word shit. You know, not shit. Because that's anatomically that's not how it works.
Yeah, because that would mean
I know that.
Yeah, don't put a diaper over your face because it'll muffle your voice.
I may not be a biologist, but I do know that shit doesn't come out the mouth.
Well, unless you're a conspiracist.
You know what? It's so funny. I see this as well in social media as well. Is that all the people say, "Oh yeah, you laughed at me and about my conspiracy and all that," but everything's all I've said is coming true. And I'm just want to say, like, what? Name one. Well, I want to see what they say. What their great conspiracy was that they've said is now true. Come on, what is it?
Yeah, that's
just people talking shit
by request.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well sold.
It's like having Nostradamus, coming up like hundreds of years later saying, "Told you so."
Yeah,
told us what?
Yeah, that would be more like nostril clogus. Told you so.
Nostradamus predicts one day a man will walk past a tree and the tree will rustle. See, I told you. Yeah. I told you that would happen.
Told you so.
I win. No, you don't.
That's my new name for him now. Nostril clogus. That's it.
Nostradongus. Dingus.
Monster dongles. Because you got to have balls to predict shit like that. So, I think we're going to pull the plug on this one. And ooh. I don't seem to have any plans. So let's say there's a 50% chance that I'll post a little link in the Shills Discord general chat for a hangout. No guarantees, but it could happen because I don't really see anything else to do.
Wow. You could watch a movie.
Yeah, but I'll end up watching something that I think is awesome that you've never seen because you have shitty taste.
No. We have to make you watch something you haven't seen before. We have to do it like I was going to mention a movie.
I've never seen Star Wars.
No, what was the movie I was going to say? Oh shit, what was it? Clockwork Orange. And we'll pin your eyes open. Oh my God, you've seen Clockwork Orange. Okay, wow, you've seen the movie.
I'm a stoner kid from the 70s. We all seen Clockwork Orange. We didn't know what we were watching, but we saw it,
Oh, in that case, you must have seen what's the movie? Blazing Saddles? No, Easy Rider.
Of course I've seen Easy Rider.
Of course you've seen Easy Rider. Yeah, again, you had to be stoned out your fucking head to watch that movie.
Same reasoning, exactly. Thank you.
Saturn 3? Was it Saturn 3? Saturn 9? Saturn 3? With Farrah Fawcett Majors and Kirk Douglas. And what's his name? Not Kevin Turvey. Harvey Keitel.
Oh, wow. What a cast. I haven't seen that. I've got to see this. What's it called?
Oh, Saturn. Was this Saturn 3? Saturn 9? Saturn something or other. It's gibberish.
I'll just type in Saturn. I'm sure I'll find it then.
Twig says Saturn
9. 3. Yeah, found it. All right.
It's Saturday 9 fever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Utter gibberish. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll like it.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Thanks to the team. We got Annette who runs pretty much everything around here. We got Shayna on the Shills account, PJ CNET and Super Chat Matt. So thanks everybody. Huge thanks. It takes
Yeah,
a
the
lot
thing
of
of-
work to do the stupid ass crap we do around here.
Yeah, the only thing that runs around here is my nose and Dick's bottom.
Wasn't hungover this morning. Don't say that. Let's see here. What is today? What is it? The 29th?
The
So-
20th month. The 20th month. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's today? 29th. So tomorrow's the 30th. And then
Tuesday's New Year's Eve.
Tuesday's New Year's Eve. Tomorrow's the 30th. My son's not going to be home, so you can pretty much guarantee I'll post a pub chat for tomorrow, and then we'll have right, and well, otherwise, if I don't post a pub chat, I have to come up with a better excuse to go and get more beer. I don't want to come up with a better excuse because I already have one. It's called pub chat. I'm just going to use it.
You can watch Rollerball.
I can do that after. For me, it's not even 6 p.m. It's
Yeah. No, what you should be going out and getting is lunch.
Did that earlier. Yeah.
Not beer.
Yeah. No, I already did beer, right?
Yeah. Fuck it. Why don't we just do pub chat from now on this channel? Just every night, just pub chat.
You want to sit around and get drunk? Pub chat.
Yeah. We tried telling people the news. They don't care. We just sit around talking about Commodore 64s. And
yeah, the only time anybody ever gives a rat's ass about the news is when it pertains to alcohol taxes going up. So, or was that me I'm talking about? I'm not sure there,
Yeah, there you go. That's our thumbnail sorted out for the next 42 show. That'll get him in.
Alcohol taxes? Unionize. Consumers, we should unionize against taxes on drugs and alcohol. I like that. Make drugs cheap again. So that's M. Yeah, I think the hat should be green.
Macca.
Yeah.
No, Matt.
It's so unpronounceable that only those that are wasted could even bother trying.
Yeah.
And once again, shout out there, Jimmy Carter passed away, rest in peace. Good man, 100 years old, had a great run. Awesome.
Yeah, fuck him. He never was on the show. He never came to pub chat.
Well, he was on I think it was 30 years ago, but it's one of those old episodes nobody goes back to watch anymore.
I don't remember us doing pub chat 30 years ago. That would be great.
It's just because boxed wine is hard on the memory, dude.
Time travel.
Well, we won the Pulitzer Prize for our live on-air interview of Abraham Lincoln. So
yeah. People didn't let that guy in the theater. He's up there.
Yeah.
we shouldn't have given directions.
Yeah, he was tapping
John,
on the window. Can I come in? Shut up. Fuck,
So I'm going to do my bit. Don't forget to don't forget to like the show out on the way out.
Different.
Get off, you get John Cleese. He's had his time. It's our time now. Yeah, don't forget to like us on the way out. I'm going to hit the like button right now, so you can just fucking damn well do the same. And don't forget to share us out on social media. Thanks everybody for your super chats, your donations, and your channel memberships and all that kind of stuff, because it really helps Dick buy presents for Felix. So that's good. So that's not a bad thing. And we'll see you all tomorrow, because we've got another fucking super chat and pub chat. Yeah, who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk it?
Just be lucky you're not hanging out with him like I am. Good night, everybody.
Oi.
Are you kidding me? Just making it sound like that. Good consumer advice.